start with the number system. Okay, so when we say number system, ideally we talk about numbers, digits, right? So there are actually different definitions of number system. Okay, so you would have heard about real numbers, imaginary numbers, correct? So when we say real numbers, so there are different, types of numbers. There are different classifications of the numbers. So uh, when I say real number and imaginary number. So real number, any number which can be plotted on graph. Okay, any number which can be plotted in graph, you call it as a real number. Okay, for example, 2. Right, it can be plotted. Right, you have a x and y axis. Correct. This is positive. This is negative. This is positive. This is negative. Right. So when I say 2, so it means this number demonstrates 2. Okay. So when I say 2, 0, so 2 means the x axis number and it is y axis number, correct? So when I 2, 0, it means you have to go at this point and see there is a y value is 0, right? So which means I can't move up, right? So which means because the y is 0 value, right? So I think this number, this dot is actually 2, 0, correct? When I say 2, 1, so we go, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, right? I will move 2 units to the right side, right? And then I will move 1 unit on the top side because it's plus 1, which means y positive y-axis, right? So हम लोग 1 move करेंगे and then we'll plot this number as 2, 1. So any number which can be plotted, okay, on the axis, they are real number, and then we have imaginary number which cannot be plotted. So I think please stop me if you think I am going fast. Okay, I understand this is a 1 hour session, but I can go on continue till 10 o'clock as well because there are so many things to cover. Okay, and we will continue with the sessions over weekend as well because we will, even when we used to attend classes for CAT, we used to spend more time over weekend. So I think that will help us also speed up the cover the concepts. Okay. So and I it just
okay,
I might think
अजय मैं एक चीज ऐड करना चाहूंगा स्टूडेंट जितना आप कंफर्टेबल मेरे साथ हो ठीक है उतना ही अजय के साथ रह सकते हो क्योंकि हम दोनों एक ही माइंडसेट के हैं जैसे हमें भी और अजय में भी एक ही बात है कि आपको जब तक समझ में नहीं आता ना तब तक हमारा समझाने का कोई मतलब नहीं बनता इट्स नॉट अबाउट टाइम इट्स अबाउट एनर्जी जो हम आपके साथ देते हैं उसका एक आउटपुट निकलना चाहिए वो तभी हमें पता चलेगा जब आप हमें इक्वली रिस्पॉन्स करेंगे बीच बीच में कि हम लाइक अगर जो समझा रहे हैं वो आप समझ पा रहे हो कि नहीं हमें नहीं पता चलेगा हमें लगेगा हम पढ़ा रहे हैं आपको समझ में आ रहा होगा बट आप हमें बता सकते हैं मतलब होता है ना हाँ से भी पता चल जाता है कि ओके वी आर गोइंग ऑन राइट ट्रैक
yes. Okay.
थैंक यू
Yeah, thank you. So next we will move. So now we will talk about the different classification, which is natural number and whole number. Okay. So I think everybody is is having English medium. They understand maths also because there are so many students who also are Hindi medium guys. So I hope everyone can understand when I talk in English, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yes. Let's say. There are two. This is another set of classification where we call natural number and whole number. Natural number basically it's just the wording that they have come up with. There's no logic why we call it as a whole number, why we call it as a natural number. The difference is that natural number starts from 1, 2 and continues till infinity. Okay. But whole number is just it starts with 0. Okay. And then continues. So whole number is basically 0 plus all your natural numbers, right? Because it starts with natural number starts with 1, 2, 3, 4. Whole number में सिर्फ क्या होता है कि वो 0 को भी हम लोग काउंट करते हैं, which means 0 plus natural numbers will make your whole number, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any question if you have, if any question anyone have, please stop me, please let me know. I'll explain again. Next is basically we have integers and fractions, right? So integers is basically again same thing. We call the all counting numbers, all your counting numbers. Okay. So when I say integers, it just very, it basically all your negative numbers, all counting numbers, your zero, and all your what? Negative, all your basically all your positive numbers, zero, and all your negative numbers. That makes integer, right? So integer is always basically it talks about entire universe, right? But there will be some fraction also. अभी integer में क्या होता है कि completely -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. ये सब fractions नहीं होते, ये सिर्फ complete digit होते हैं, right? When I say fractions are always in the form of P by Q, which means there is a numerator, there is a denominator, correct?
Yes, sir.
I hope you guys understand numerator and denominator.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Upper part of the fraction is numerator, and the lower part is denominator. So it is ideally it's a fraction. It's a fraction, correct? So when, for example, any number 2 is also integer, right? We can write as 2 by 1, right? 2 is also fraction, but the denominator in this case will be your 1, correct? But in case there is a fraction like 1 by 3, P and Q. So they are not completely divisible, correct?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes,
they are
sir.
not completely divisible. Okay? Which is why we call it a fraction. When they are completely divisible, then it becomes an integer. Okay? 4, 5, 6, 7, all your are integers because you look completely divisible by 1. Or because you will have Q as 1 there in those numbers. For example, 5 by 1. Okay? So this is the fraction P by Q, but when it is Q, when Q is 1, it becomes your integer. When Q is 1, it becomes integer completely. For example, 3 by 1. We can say 3 equal to 3 by 1, right? And when I say 1 by 3, 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 5, 1 by 6, 3 doesn't divide 1 completely, which is why आपको ये fraction में दिखेगा. Fraction can be also like this. 2, 1 by 3, right?
Yes.
Actually, this is a complex form of fraction. If you want to simplify it, what do we do? 2 multiplied by 3 plus 1 divided by 3, which means 7 by 3, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
हाय स्टूडेंट, कंप्लीट वीडियोस देखने के लिए और हमारे लाइव क्लास से जुड़ने के लिए डाउनलोड करें हमारा ऐप, जो कि लिंक आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन में मिल जाएगा। तो अभी डाउनलोड करें हमारा ऐप।